Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing well. Am I live? Yes, I'm live. Here, learn to share. Let Tim know you already set up the price action recap live so he can pull up. Where my block button at? Somebody give me where my block button at, man? Where I put my block button at? What's going on, everybody, man? Good evening, good evening, good evening, man. If this your first time pulling up the Tim's Tidbit, please allow me to say welcome. If it's not your first time pulling up and you got all them jokes, hey, look. Hey, man. Welcome. And thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, hanging out with me. If you don't, my homeboy Spidey back here. Oh, Spidey over there. I'm sorry. He over there. Spidey back here. But Sweetie back over there in the corner. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I'm just your friendly neighborhood retired man. I'm not a millionaire trader. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not a millionaire trader. Hey, come here. Y'all come here for a second. Come here. Real talk. Come here. Even if I was a millionaire trader, I would never tell you that I was a millionaire trader. So, hey man, I'm just some dude that get on Al Gore's internet and share his understanding of ICT concepts when it comes to read and price action and how I utilize those concepts to take day trades, swing trades, whatever. That's all I do. I get on here and I share my understanding of it. Why do I do it? Because I want to help somebody like you get your aha moment. Shout out on who was that this morning? Who said they got their baby, you in there? Calandra. Junior, is your mama home? Ain't nobody listening to me right now. Somebody shut the gate. Somebody left the gate open. Who left the gate open? Somebody left the gate open and a stray came walking in. What's up, Linda? What's up, Mendez? What's up, Connie? What's up, Taryn? What's up, Here to Learn and Share? What's up, Seawalk? Who else? I said Mendez. Did I say Mendez? Yeah, I said Mendez. Rhonda. Did I say Rhonda? Kim. What's up, Kim? What's going on? Hey, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, thank you, far too kind. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. I got it on daily candles. Why do I have it on daily candles? Because I want to draw your attention over here to that side of the screen over there, that far side over there. And you'll see that I'm hovering my mouse over a ticker symbol, a ticker symbol called the SPY. The SPY is the ETF that tracks the performance of the S&P 500. Talk to him. Around here, we call it SPY Link. We wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? If you know the lyrics, please sing along with me. If you don't know the lyrics, Prepare to be entertained and serenaded. On the count of three, if you know the lyrics, sing along with me. 1, 2, 3. Sing it with me. Spotly, spotly, where you at, baby? Here I go. Hey, how you doing? I'm glad that you came through. Spotline, girl, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? We are expanding out of the range that we've been in for too many days. So we have expanded outside of the range that we were in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 days. 16 days. We were in the exact 17 if you count the day we got there. So counting the day we got there, 17. So we left this range, right? We left this area right here. Right? We left that area right there on March 31st, right? Just to come back to an area that we previously hung out in, right here. Right? We hung out in that area for quite some time, right there. I'm just going to do the bodies of the candles. Let's just do the bodies of the candles. That's it. Right? So we hung out in that area there, right? And then we left it. Then we hung out in this area here, and then we left it. And then we hung out right there. Body to body, body to body. So not counting the day that we left the area, right? We've been there for 16 days. Now, we finally have came outside of that area. We came down outside the area and we've taken out the sell side liquidity, right? Now, mind you, we have some imbalances down here. We got a volume, we got a liquidity void here. We got a small liquidity void and a volume imbalance there, right? That we did not quite get to today. We came into this down close candle, right? But we didn't quite get into this volume imbalance, and we still have not come down to this liquidity void, right? What can this mean, right? It can mean several things, right? It can mean several things, because looking at where we are in post market, at the close of the day and post market, we're getting a pretty nice rejection off of this breaker right here, right? We're getting a pretty nice rejection off of, come here, off of this breaker right here, right? But the answer is digi. The schedule is busy. I'm booked for a year, man. You can't even get me. Daily breaker. Right? So we came down. We have the breaking market structure on the 31st, right? We have a fair value gap, a volume imbalance. It's a volume imbalance in there, a small liquidity void. Let me blow it up big so you can see what I'm talking about. 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 Right? So we came down. We have a breaking market structure over here. Breaking market structure there. Do I have a breaking market structure line? Bit of that Robinson kicking in on me. Right. Got a break in market structure there. We got a breaker here, which we marked out daily. We have a volume imbalance here. Right there. Inside the volume imbalance, there's a little liquidity void inside there also. I'm not going to mark that out, but there's a little liquidity void in there. We got a volume imbalance there. All right. Boom. Technically, we can count this as a potential order block, but I'm not going to stretch that far and try to say, hey, look at this down close candle. So, because I said technically we can call it that, but I'm not going to. Now below it, we got some other stuff inside this breaker, like another volume imbalance here, another liquidity void there. And then once we get outside of the breaker, we have another liquidity void there and another volume imbalance there. So a lot of gippity gaps there. Now, several ways you can look at it, right? And mind you, whenever you can make a case for both sides, it's not a clear draw on liquidity. It's not a high probability situation yet. So we've consolidated here. This can be looked at as, right, dipping into sell stops that have been moved here because we came up, came down, broke out. Once we broke out here, the sell stops would have been trailed from here. All right. Come back here to there. All right. Once we came up, came down, took off, the sell stops would have been trailed there. Right. Now we went up and we started consolidating. Right. We started consolidating. And then we started to move up and we started consolidating higher. Right. This is being looked at as support. So sell stops would have been trailed under that support. Right. Right there where I had that line there already. Right. Sell stops would have been trailed there under that support. All right. So it's been hanging around there for a while. Came down right close to that sell side liquidity. Stopped on a dime. Pushed up a little bit, opened up the day, came back up to that breaking market structure there, that old breaking market structure there, pushed down into the sell stops that have been trailed up here, got into the bullish breaker, went down into the liquidity void and the volume imbalance. If I scooped this to the high of that candle and to the low of that candle, and I hide this breaker really, really quick, you will see that we came down and we closed just a little bit higher than the close of that liquidity void. Just we sold all the way down through it and we came back and we closed one tick if it was the ES, but this is the SPY, 1 cent higher than the low of that liquidity void right there. All right. So now that we've gotten down into that, that can be seen as the breaker getting ready to do its job to push us back up. All right. But if the breaker does its job to push us back up, we have a SIBI right there. That job would be to push us back down. So, like I say, you can make a case for both sides. This can be, hey, we're running sell stops. We hit a breaker. We're getting ready to attack the high. This can be, hey, we running sell stops. We're going to push back up to this. We're running sell stops. We close below this low. We're going to push back up into this SIBI, and then we're going to come back down. You can make an argument for both sides. Now, let us check where we are from the low to the high. We closed directly in the middle. Mind now, I'm doing this live with you now. I speak extemporaneously. I did not get an opportunity to check this earlier, but we did. Earlier this morning, what did we say? We said we're going to come from the last time the big boys started buying heavy, which was this down close candle with the heavy rejection right there, run it to the high, and we close. And what did we say this morning? Price will typically get to fair value before GDP or FOMC or big news. What did price do today? Looking at where we ended at, it ended at fair value on the spot. Do I have a crystal ball? No, I don't. It's just what price typically does. And price was typical today. So, now that all of that is said, and that's part of the reason why you can make a case for both sides. Because the smart money likes to get at fair value in front of big news so that no matter which way the news goes, it's at fair value. It's at a place that's good to buy and a place that's good to sell. That's why price typically tries to get to fair value. And if you notice from before yesterday, price was hovering up here, right? And then yesterday, it melted down. There was nothing you can do to stop it. Now today, it went down, went back up, and went back down again. It was a little bit more volatile today. It was more chopped today. Yesterday, it was just... But today, it was up and down, up and down, up and down. Up and down, up and down, up and down. So, let's go over to the ES and look at the price action. And then, and then we go call it. Where we at? 18 minutes. I'm good on time. I'm good on time. We're going to do it on 5-minute candles. We're going to do it on 5-minute candles. 5-minute candles. 5-minute candles. 5-minute candles. Let's find 9:30. Let's find 9:30. 9:30. Put it at 9:25. Let's find 4 o'clock. Let's find 4 o'clock. So, this is today's price action in between these vertical lines. The vertical line to the far left and the vertical line to the far right, this one and that one, right? If you can't see the lines, don't worry about it. Just look at the candles in between the white area and the middle right there. All right, so we opened up at 9:30, little wick action, right? Stayed in a little range for a while, consolidated here up until about 10:10, right? So up until 10:10, we consolidated there a little bit, then we came down. right? At 1025, we made a low coming down below this sell side liquidity tie right here. Right? Let's mark that sell side liquidity tie. All right, so we made a low coming below that sell side liquidity tie right there. Right? Once we got down below that sell side liquidity tie, right? We made a low, and then we took back off. Right? When we took back off, got back above the sell side liquidity tie, filling in this SIBI right here, this SIBI here made on the 1015 candle, right? We filled in that SIBI, that 5-minute SIBI on the 15-minute candle, I mean on the 5-minute candle at 1015, right? Came all the way to the high of the SIBI, right? Leaving a BISI behind, right? After coming up, filling in that SIBI, left a BISI behind, right? Where's the BISI? The BISI is right here on the 1030 candle, right? Left a BISI behind, right? Once we got to the high of that SIBI on the 1015 candle, we pulled back into the BISI, coming one tick below the low of the SIBI, right? Kind of a deep institutional order flow entry drill. It didn't go like one tick. It went actually, what's that? 8750. It went 1 point in. Instead of going one tick in, it went 1 point into the BISI, and then nothing could stop me. We're all the way up, right? Taking out the buy side liquidity tie here, right? Taking out the buy side liquidity tie there. Now, mind you what we spoke of the other day, right? When we come down and take out liquidity, or come up and take out liquidity and get rejected, right? So we came down. Once we came down, we came below it, and then we got distribution up. Got distribution up there, right? Let's see what it looks like on the 15-minute. Right? Came down, got some rejection, pushed up, right? So rejection there. After taking that sell side, we got rejection. Let's see what it looked like on the hourly, right? On the hourly, it's a big wick, right? There's the rejection. Came down, got the rejection. Rejection. So once you take the liquidity and get rejected, where's the draw? The high that sent you there. The high that sent you there. Remember that. I use that every single day of my life. Remember that. That's very important. Remember that. It looks different on different time frames, but train yourself to know what it looks like on all time frames. I use that every single day of my life. Remember that. If I didn't say it already, remember that. Okay, so does it have to get to the draw? No, it doesn't. Here's low-hanging fruit. Even there. Low-hanging fruit. Even there. Low-hanging fruit. Right? 3 places of low-hanging fruit. But in this case, it got there. Once it got there, what did it do? Want to share something with you all. Today, I didn't want to go against the grain. I didn't want to go against the grain. And I tried to force my will of going short on the market. Yep, I did. Guess when I did it? Right here. When the market showed me that it wanted to go back up here. But I said, no, I'm not going to trade against the grain today. It's just going to melt down. That's all it's going to do. Tried to force my will on the market. Took a full stop out. Took a full stop out. Around here somewhere. Hurt my feelings. Right? So then, came up. Got above these highs right here. I said, oh, surely. We will reverse now. Instead of doing like I'm supposed to and put on half the leverage, take a full stop out right there on that red candle right there. 2 full stop outs. Now, you know, my rules say if you take a full stop out, put on half the leverage and get back half of the amount that you just lost. Right? 2 full stop outs. So then I backed up. I said, Tim, the draw is here. Stop fighting with this market. It's come too far to go long. Wait until the market gives you something. Right? And then there was a ram in the bush. Let me show you the ram in the bush. Let me show you the ram in the bush. Squash this up a little bit more. Let me show you the ram in the bush. The ram in the bush. Let me show you the ram in the bush. Now, can somebody put in the chat? Can somebody put in the chat what I just marked right here? This green line right there. Can somebody put in the chat what I just marked right there? I will let my cursor sit there. Can somebody tell me what I just marked right there? While my cursor is sitting there. What did I just mark? Because I said, Tim, the draw is right there. Wait till the market gives you something. What is this right here? What did I just mark out right over there? Somebody put it in the chat. Yes, I asked this morning about waiting for liquidity to be taken in kill zones. Yes, what did I miss? I missed something. I must have missed something. I did not say her name right. She just tells people to call her Taryn. Taryn is not her name. If you would have been present in class like you're supposed to, you would have known that she just tells people to call her Taryn because the correct pronunciation of her name is difficult for people like you. I'm the only one that can say her name correctly. No. 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 Right here. That right there. I said I was going to leave my mouse there for a reason. Because the answer is in the corner. Right there. And the answer is in the corner where my mouse is. Let me blow it up big so you can see it. See where see the blue thing down there? Where my mouse is? Can you see what that says? Can you see? Let me blow it up big. Can you see what it says? Can you see what it can you see what it says now? I left my mouse there so that you can see what it says. Does anyone know what that is? Right there? Do you know what that is? Do you know where you're going to? The Midnight Open. Very good. The Midnight Open. Right? I looketh, right? I looketh to the foliage and I saw a ram in the bush. Right? I said, this is the draw right here, Tim. Stop trying to force the short. Right? This is the draw. When you get to the draw, wait to see what the market is going to do for you. Right? Once we took out the buy-side liquidity, right? We came up to this buy-side there and rejected down. And just as we rejected, I said, hark! Doth thou resemble the Midnight Open? The Midnight Open said, thine is he. And I said, oh, we about to get us a fully realized power of three opportunity in the New York session. Now, I was very tempted to just go short at the midnight. Nepa. I had already taken 2 full stop outs. I dropped my contracts down from 5 down to 2. I was going to drop it to 3, but I dropped it to 2 because I had taken 2 full stop outs on 5 contracts. Right? Follow me now. So I dropped it to 2. Waited for my setup in here after we got the heavy distribution down right here. We got the heavy started getting the heavy distribution down. Of course, you know I'm watching it on the 1 minute now, right? And I took my short, right? And I probably got back maybe like a quarter, like more. It was less than half, more than a quarter of what I had lost, right? And I got out the trade. So hey, not gonna be greedy and try to get it all back, right? Came back from the gym and saw that we were way down here. My heart broke because when I entered the trade, it was approaching my stop to get back like a quarter of what I had lost. I moved my target down a little because I was like, I can squeeze more out of it, right? And then I brought my stop to break even. And I said, Tim, stop being greedy. Stop being greedy, right? So I brought my stop down to a little bit more than a quarter, right? And no, first I brought my stop down to lock in, you know what I'm saying, like a few points. And I moved my target all the way down here to this low. Because I said, I'm going to try to soak back as much as I can. And then I said, Tim, stop being greedy. Follow your rules. You know what I'm saying? You 2 full stops down. Just go ahead and get your quarterback. And then, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be it. So I pulled my stop down to right around, like lock in like a couple points. And then I put my target back up to as close as I can get to a quarter, because it was lower than it was more than a quarter in profit already. So I moved it back to close as I can to like a quarter without just closing the trade. Put it there, put my stop in right around a quarter, and then it came down and hit my target, got me out of the trade. When I came back from the gym, I saw that we were all the way down here. Because I got back from the gym like it was after 2 o'clock. I said, look at this stinking dog. But had I not stuck to it and say, hey, I'm just going to get this little quarterback, and I had kept trying to just get all of this, and it would have reversed and stopped me out with less than a quarter of what I lost, I would have been pissed. Because I would have violated my rules 3 times in one day. I would have been pissed. But I said all that to say, stick to your rules. Don't try to force your will on the market. Right? I was trying to force my will on the market over here when the market had clearly showed me it was time to go long. Right? When I came to my sober mind and I traded like I was supposed to over here, then greed kicked in because I'm like, hey, Here's your opportunity to get it all back in one trade. Go full leverage. Nepa. Because there's no guarantees in anything. So I stuck to my rules. This was my third trade. So I went all the way down to 2 contracts. And I was able to get a little more than a quarter back. For anybody who don't know my rules, if I take a full stop, the next trade, I go with half the leverage, right? And then I get out. When I get back, half of the loss. My next trade, I go with half the leverage. And I get out. When I get back, the other half of that loss. Right? And then after I get back, then I'll go back to full leverage. That's my rule. I didn't follow that rule today because I took 2 full stop outs today. 2 full stop outs today. Slapped all upside my head. Now, we came up, we got to the midnight, right? Beautiful. Beautiful. Power of 3, right? At the 9 o'clock hour, right? We came here, right? All of this right here is, you really can count all of this right here from there to there as still being inside the accumulation phase at 9:30, because we started accumulating here, right? We started accumulating here. We started accumulating before 9:30, right? We started accumulating at 7:10, because if you look from the low over to where we broke the low, right? This is all one range. Even though we went up and came down like that, this is all really one range. So there's your accumulation, right? Accumulation. This is the midnight open. This is the 9 o'clock open, right? So you got the 9:30 open and the midnight open. You got accumulation right here. Let's mark it out. I mean, we'll talk about the power of 3 today, right? What do we say about the power of 3? What do we say about the power of 3? Right? We said with the power of 3, you open, right? Power of 3 to the downside. You open, right? You go above where you open, and then you drop low and you close near the low, right? So the phases of the power of 3, which we didn't mention today, because I gave you the Cliff Notes version of it this morning, is accumulation, right? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, and then close near the low in the case of spelled wrong, I don't care. So beautiful power of 3, right? We opened at midnight, right? We opened at midnight. We opened at 9 o'clock, right? At midnight, we came through, right? Came through here, came down, started accumulating here, right? We even did it in the midnight time right here, right? We came through, came down here, started accumulating there, came up above where we opened, and then came down. Had some accumulation, manipulation, went up above, then distributed, right? It was on a smaller scale. But here we go. Here we got the accumulation phase here, where we're in the same range. We go, we did a whole bunch of nothing, went up, came back down to the same point, right? Took out those lows, right? Took out those lows. Then we took off, right? That's the manipulation, because here we go. We're in the range. We break out of the range to the downside, right? And then we take off, right? So now this the low down dirty dog trick, right? Anybody that's trying to play the breakout, right? They went short here. We took off, right? We came above the 9:30 open, above when we opened. We came above the midnight open, above when we opened on the day. So we gave an opportunity for the 9:30, getting above 9:30 open. And we gave an opportunity getting above the midnight open. So we came above where we opened with the manipulation. And then we got heavy distribution for the rest of the day, right? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. You open, you go above where you open, you go below where you open, and you close near the low, right here. Is that clear for everybody? Right? Power of three. You open, you go above where you open, you go below where you open, then you close near the low. Now for the bullish thing, it'll be you open, you go below where you open, back above, and close near the high. But today was to the downside. So, and we talked about it today, and there it is. Look at God. Won't he do it? Worked it out right there. What else did I want to talk about? Stick to your plan, stick to your rules, power of three. Oh, let's see where we at as far as ideas. The spy ideas, when I was talking about waiting on the pullback. Let's see where we at. Let's see where we at. Let's see where we at. Ooh. 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 Possibly in trade, preferred in trade. Yeah. Possibly in trade, preferred in trade. Yeah. That's where we are. That's where we are. When the hits you high like a pizza pie. Okay. Sasha said entry 1045. Spy 407. Yes, I asked this morning about waiting for liquidity to be taken in kill zones. Why Tim SMH? I don't understand any of that except for the why Tim SMH. I look back, I don't see that I missed anything. So you have to help me. I am lost. Hello, Archie. How are you? Hello, Aubrey. How are you? Hush up. Hush up. Hush up. Her mama don't call her Taryn. I'm late. Go to principal's office. Judy Swain? I don't know. I didn't see when you put that in there. I always slide my stops down. I don't open my stops up. I always slide them down. Get off my live. ES. Full stops. On the 15th, the breaker from between 8:30 and 9:30, where 9:45 and 10 o'clock were your entries for shorts. On the 15th, I don't even see a 15th. Oh, 15 time frame. 15 time frame. 8:30 and 9:30. Breaker from between 8:30 to 9:30. How you get a breaker from 8:30 to 9:30 on the 15-minute? Mendez, I don't know in the world you talking about. And 10 o'clock. Okay, I got 10 o'clock here. 9:45 and 10 o'clock. What? Mendez, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you talking about. What? Did somebody come look at this? Will somebody come look at this? I don't see no breaker over here. Get off my screen, Mendez. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, that's all I got, man. Mendez done messed me all up. That's all I got. Do anybody got anything? Anybody besides Robinson and Mendez? Do anybody have anything besides Robinson? I'm on the 15-minute time frame. Genius. I'm on the 15-minute time frame. Right there. Put your glasses on and look. I'm on the 15-minute time frame. I just don't see no breaker over here. 8:30. Even if it was it would be this candle. And he said between 8:30 and 9:30. This the 9:30 candle right here. Right? That's the 9:30 candle right there. This the 8:30 candle. If you talk about the end time, that'll be the 8:30 candle right there. So this 8:30 on TraderView, that's the 8:30 on NinjaTrader. All right. Then over here, that's the 9:30 on TradingView. That will be the 9:30 on NinjaTrader. I can't explain right now. I'm putting my girl. Don't blame it on the girls. I will get on live tomorrow. But don't blame it on the girls. Talk about breaker 19. I bet it ain't even much the 15-minute. I bet it ain't even much the 15-minute. Bet it's the 5-minute. Let's come over here to the 5-minute. Let's come over here to the. It's not even the 5-minute. It's not even the 5-minute. So you got a 7:45. You got a breaker over here at 7:45 on the 5 minute that we came back into right here around 10 o'clock on the 5 minute. I bet it's the 5 minute. I bet it's the 5 minute he talked about. Right there. You got a bearish breaker right there that we was in right here. But that's the only breaker I see in it. Get off my screen. I don't want to talk about tomorrow. That's all I got, man. Hopefully I was able to share something that helped somebody outside of Robinson. There's no helping him. But hopefully I was able to, share something that helps somebody again outside of Robinson, because there's no helping him. If I did it, I would try my best again tomorrow. Before we go, does anyone have anything? Does anyone have anything before we go? Anything before we go? Anything before we go? You're welcome, Audrey. Yeah, that's Audrey. You're welcome. Does anybody have anything before we go? I'm giving y'all the jazz hands. Jazz hands. Nobody have anything? Okay. I thank you very much for tuning in to another episode of Tim's Tidbits. If you are interested in becoming a funded trader and you're thinking about using Apex, please use my link. It's in the description below. That code is good for 50% off, but right now they're running a special for 90% off. How do I know this? Because I just signed up for another evaluation yesterday. I signed up for a new evaluation yesterday. And I got 90% off. And if it takes you longer than 30 days to pass your evaluation, you will get 80% off the next month. So, use my link. Just change the code to save 90 instead of save 50. If you're going to go with Apex. That's all I got, man. Thank you for almost getting us to 2,500. We're getting close. I think we need about 40 more subscribers and we'll have the 2,500. I thank you very much for tuning in, tapping in. Thank you very much to all the channel members. Thank you very much. Thank you to all the subscribers. Thank you to the haters that's lurking in the darkness. I thank you because the views count. Hey man, don't put off till tomorrow. I thank you. I thank you very much, Elizabeth A. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can say today in reference to your loved ones. Let them know that you love them today. Don't just say it. Don't just show it. Say it, show it, and confirm it. If your parents are still alive, if you are blessed enough to still have both of your parents, one of your parents, if you're blessed enough to have them here, let them know today. Don't put off till tomorrow, because one day somebody's tomorrow is not going to come. It might be yours. It might be theirs. But please take advantage of today while you still have the opportunity. If you have grown kids like me, call them and say, hey, daddy, think about you. Hey, mama, think about you. How you doing? I love you. I know you don't like paying rent every 30 days. But welcome to adulting. Call them. Let them know that you're thinking about them. Go in the other room. Hug your spouse. Kiss your spouse. Hug your children. Tell them that you love them. Speak in their love language. If their love language is physical touch, go over and give them a shoulder massage. Hey, baby, how was your day at work today? I missed you so much. Love you so much. Their love language is words of affirmation. Hey, baby, I know you killed it at work today. I can just feel it. This is the best macaroni and cheese I've tasted in a long. You put your foot in this one, baby. I really appreciate you. Thank you so. I love you so much. Thank you for slaving over that hot stove and making this delicious box macaroni and cheese. You're the best, baby. You're the best. Thank you for warming up this hungry man frozen dinner meal. I don't know. You must did you add some extra seasoning on this hungry man? This thing hit different tonight. Take advantage, man. Take advantage. Hug your spouse, hug your dog, hug your cat. You can even hug the gerbil today. You can wax the turtle. You can wax the turtle shit. Clean him off, wax him up. Pause. I appreciate y'all, man. You might need 41. Get off my life, man. Get off my life. I appreciate y'all, man. I see y'all in the morning. What's tomorrow? Thursday? What's tomorrow? Thursday? What's the day? Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yes, tomorrow's Thursday. I'll see y'all in the morning, man, for the overnight price. Action. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your evening. Give yourself a brain break. Gone.